Good evening, and welcome to Professor Bats and Friends. We're live, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time in Central Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas. Tony, Bats Off Road. How are you, my
What?
friend?
Good, man. How are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm in recovery mode. Trying to get caught up on some sleep, some rest, long hours of standing in one place, and hours and hours of talking, just talking.
Talking to all the peoples.
I felt like a elementary school teacher, talking for like 4 days straight
Yeah.
about math and science and nature and stuff. Oh my goodness. Well, we've got a good show for you coming up. I hope people will join on here that you've been to More Expo. We want to hear what you have to say, the things that you saw, the things that you love, maybe some constructive criticism. I don't know. We'll see. But hey, thank you for being here. We'll be right back. You're live on Professor Batson. And we're back. Oh man, I feel like I'm running on fumes for some reason. I'm gonna have to drum up some energy and maybe a little bit more coffee. I don't know.
Well, you work all the time, and then you go work some more, and then you work some more. And
Yeah, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I guess
yeah.
I'll sleep when I'm dead. Yeah, Arla's on here. Aria's on here. Old man, old truck. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Anvil's Adventures is on here. Richard Brown's on here. Tim Havner with Zero Breeze.
Yeah.
He was in the booth at Zero Breeze. Oh man, we got some good people on here. I'm excited about this. Talking
Hey,
about something we love. What's
did
up?
you hear? Did you hear about when we got back to the Airbnb on was it Thursday night or Friday night? Anvil's Adventures. He So we were in two different vehicles, and my wife got back to the Airbnb, and Anvil's Adventures rolled up and out front, and he hollered, "Hey, Arla!" She didn't recognize him,
Oh,
and
that's funny.
yeah, yeah,
So you're in a foreign town and you just have people that drive by. That's when you know you're famous. That's
yeah,
when Lady Overlander Radio knows that they have achieved the ultimate. When people in the middle of a city of 250,000 people drive by and people say, "Hey, Bats Off
yep,
Road, Miss Bats
y-
Off Road."
yeah. He said he said he recognized the red wheels. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Arla's starting already. She needs a Zero Breeze.
I know
I'm
it.
pretty
She
sure
doesn't
she's been saying that for a year.
over a year
And
now. Yeah,
out
she
of
still
all the
gives me
stuff,
grief for not getting that one from Mason.
y'all purchased, and still you have not done that. Yes, we know, Arla, you're kind of a big deal. Yeah, he says it was the red wheels. Oh man, Tim says he knows a guy. If you want a Zero Breeze, he knows a guy. So,
Yeah,
man,
I know who I'll holler at. That'd be him.
this was the fourth year for More Expo, and
Yeah,
I was wondering before we went up there what's going to be the same, what's going to be different, and I was kind of mulling it over in my mind, you know, already doing a comparison of what it's going to be like compared to what we had been there in the past. And so I think of course, every year has been different for me. The first year I worked nonstop in the Artemis booth, never got to leave, not one time, didn't get to see anything. The next year, same thing. Actually, the next year, my vehicle was in the Rhino Rack booth, and I worked in the Artemis booth right across the way there, and that was fun. Actually, having my vehicle in there. Last year, my trailer was in there. My vehicle was out front in the storytellers, and then this year, my vehicle was back in the Round Rack booth, and I was working at the Go Explore booth, and also one of the storytellers. So I mean, it has been nonstop walking. I'm sure I've got 15,000 steps a day in either one of those. So
Yeah.
and you had your vehicle last year and this year in the Rhino Rack booth, and also being one of the storytellers. And you also got recruited to help park the storytellers, which that ended up being no big of a deal. But you got to ride one of the Quiet Cat bikes.
Dude, that was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhino was taking me around, showing me the grounds and stuff, and sort of giving me the rundown on what he needed me to do, Friday and Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, hop on a Quiet Cat and let's go for a ride.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. So this was the out of 3 out of 4 years I had to move in. We had to have a time where we move in. I'm always impressed at how very well organized everything is, about how people have a certain time that they have to move in. Now it's always a challenge because, like Axle Boy Off Road has this 900-foot trailer that they bring in, offload everything, and then it sits in the way of everything. Then they have to pull it back out, and so there's always a challenge of things like that where people pull stuff in, have to pull stuff out because they're in the way.
Right.
But I'm always impressed at how very well organized it is as far as move-in day goes. The people that Chris has as volunteers to help him pull people in are so nice, so helpful.
Yeah.
And they never give us any trouble whatsoever. And so that's always a pleasure doing that. And this year was no exception.
Right.
Getting in the Round Rack booth, which we were right in the center of the West Hall, so we had to let half the people get in there, and then we couldn't block some people. You and I actually, the way it went down just blew my mind. Okay, so it blows my mind. So this is, in case you're out there and you did not know this is a cool story. So I'm pulling in. We're talking with Blake from Round Rack. He says, man, we got this 90-foot booth. I don't know how we're going to fill it up. We're going to have to move everything, spread everything out, take some space. He couldn't put the Round Rack Tundra in there because he was having to be at another event on Friday or Saturday. So he was having to be there Thursday, part of the day Friday, and then he was having to head out to be at another event on Saturday.
Yep.
And so I was there. I had just set my tent up, and I had to have help set my tent up from the guys from Badak. Came over and helped me set my tent up because I had the kayak and the bike on top of there. It was kind of heavy getting it pushed up, so they helped me just to make sure I wouldn't get crushed underneath there and be trapped inside my tent for 3 days before somebody found me. I just set it up, got it all, and then you walk in, and we were trying to figure out. You got there. We were going to go eat lunch.
Yep.
We were starving. Y'all had just got there. I drove all morning. I'd set a few things up, and we had pretty much all day to set everything up because the show didn't start till Friday. So we had all this time to do all this. And so we were trying to figure out where we were going to go eat. And so we were walking outside with Blake. He was going to go get me my badge so I could get in. And I introduced you to Blake. I said, Blake, this is Tony. He was in the Rhino Rack booth last year. He's got the new, what is that called on the back of your Jeep?
The Recon bed rack.
The Recon bed rack. That's right. Yeah. So you got that last year, right when it came out.
Yeah.
And you put all that on there, got some accessories to put on there. And I said, hey, Blake, this is Tony, Bats Off Road. He was in the booth last year. And Blake looks at you and he says, you want to be in the booth? And I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. And so I see the wheels turning in your mind, and you're like, oh crap, because your vehicle is going to be one of the shuttle vehicles taking us back and forth to the Airbnb, getting us, there, because I didn't have a vehicle.
Yeah, I didn't clean it. I was planning on driving it.
Yeah, so that was really cool when you said, oh, okay, yeah, it'll be great. And so you decided to get in there. And so that was really, really neat. Working it in there. And you got a lot of interest in when people came by there to talk. So you got to talk to a lot of people.
Oh, I did it. I love it. I just, it's a great time. I love talking to people, all the friends, and meeting new friends and stuff. But yeah, I had people come by, when you were gone working at the other booth. They come by and they were looking at your rig, and I'd tell them about it and stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah, it was fun.
it
It
was
was really
nonstop,
fun.
nonstop.
So that was really cool how that all worked out, and I was really glad you got to be in there because hanging out with you that's always
Oh, it's a
something,
good time.
something I want. So, but Thursday was good. We weren't rushed. We got to take our time. We actually got to go and right after you pulled yours in, or actually you pulled yours in, and then we got to leave in it to go get some lunch. Or did you leave it there? No, you left it there.
No, we left it there. We
Yeah,
hopped in
because you
with,
worried about it the whole time because it was there with all your stuff in it, the windows roll down and everything. So
yeah, yep. I left it there completely unattended with all the stuff in it.
yeah, everything, and that was cool. So we went and got some lunch, and while we were at lunch, it came a flood.
Yeah,
I mean, a flood. The whole reason that we didn't camp there at the place was because of this rainstorm that was coming through. And I know we got back and we got with Tate with Okie Overland, and they showed us a video of 3 to 4 inches of water going through their booth out in the front parking lot.
oh,
I
it was
mean,
ankle deep.
it was unbelievable. So it was. I don't know how the campground was. Tim, you were in the campground. I know a lot of y'all were camping out. I don't know how it was down there during that rainstorm, but I know up in the parking lot, it became a river.
Yeah,
And so that was pretty cool. If you weren't involved in it, I mean, half the stuff that they had got wet. So he said it was really muddy. Yeah, I'm sure it was muddy. It was probably like Expo East in 2021. But I mean, it came a flood for about what, an hour and a half, maybe.
probably
Just
so. Yeah,
came down and then it quit. Sun came out. Wind blew a little bit, but it was nice. And then it was over. It didn't rain another time after that.
no, yeah, yeah. It ended up being really good weather, except for I think it got kind of cool Saturday night. But other than that, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, I think it was. Oh, look here, Chris Carroll's on here.
Dudes.
Fast Track Overland, man, good to see you. But yeah, Thursday was nice. We weren't rushed. We got to set everything up. Pretty much all of the storytellers came in. Yeah, and No Barrier Adventure says they were washing their vehicle during the rainstorm. So Joe and Misty pulled up when we were leaving the Mexican place. Joe had just put spot-free rinse on his Jeep, and it probably hadn't been washed in 6 years. And
Since it was
he
new.
said that's what I get for putting spot-free rinse on my Jeep. He said it's not even working. Didn't even get to use it. But Aaron's right. At least it didn't snow. It could have snowed about 27 inches like it did a couple of years ago. But yeah, Thursday was nice. It was nice to be able to just go and not be rushed, set everything up like we wanted, and get everything ready. So
Man, I was wondering where Chris was. That turkey. He
yeah,
went camping.
he went camping. He went
Yeah, yeah. She needs an air conditioner.
camping. Arla claiming she's made out of sugar may be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know. More like salt and vinegar. But anyway, and so we got everything set up. We went to the after party that night. Stood in line to get something to eat, but then let's see. We went checked into our Airbnb,
Yep.
went to the after party, and um, and right when we got in line, we were there about 20 minutes, and the people that we were going to help set up, who weren't arriving until late for the Go Explore USA booth, got there about 8ish or so. So we left, went and helped them set up, and then we got some late dinner that night. But
Yeah.
I just want to say right now Brad from Go Explore USA wasn't able to make the the event. He had a catastrophic event happen in his family, and I just want him to know our prayers are with you, brother.
Yep.
We're thinking about you, praying for you. He missed it, but fortunately, had some good friends, Bryce and Danielle, and my fiance Gia was in the booth, as well as Bart from Anti Gravity Batteries covered for him, and that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
just wanted to throw that out there. If you want to send Brad a message, tell him you're thinking about him, praying for him. I'm sure he would greatly appreciate that. Brad is a super cool, super nice guy. Was with Natural State Overland for years. Now he's off doing his own thing, and wish him all the best. And such a good friend, and praying for their family. It
Yeah.
was a really bad deal. But Friday morning came, and people just started rolling in like crazy. Now, what did you think about the later start time, 10 o'clock on Friday morning?
Uh, well, I mean, it made it nice. I mean, you didn't feel rushed, you know. I mean, at all. We were able to get there and make some coffee at the booth and
Yeah,
with our stuff, our
that
gear,
was
and
nice.
sort of, get ready and get set for everybody coming in. So I
Yeah,
think it was a great start time,
I do
personally.
too. For I think for the vendors inside, it
Yeah.
was really nice. Because we were able to get in there. They didn't let anybody in. We were able to get in at 8 o'clock, so we were able to go in there, make sure everything was perfect the way we wanted it, cleaned up, polished, whatever. I didn't polish nothing on my vehicle, but
Yeah. You had
um,
mud slung all over it, like you use it or something.
yeah, yeah, like I use it. Doug says perfect at 10, and I agree. I
Yeah.
like the 10 o'clock start, especially since we were going later than normal.
Yep. Yep.
Now I did talk to Matt and Kara from Ozark Overland Adventures, and they were saying, people got there early so they could get in the door, and the vendors outside were trying to set up to be ready by 10, and people were just milling around, and the vendors outside, and they really didn't have time to get set up. So it was um, it was
So
a little tougher for the people outside trying to
okay.
get ready because there was no way to keep people out, and you didn't want to tell them, sorry, we don't open till 10,
Yeah.
because you may lose a sale, you may lose, somebody that you're talking to. So,
Oh, and the people in Okie Overland booth, they're so nice. They're not going to turn anybody away. So
so Michael is asking if it was us that smoked out the West Hall Friday morning. I remember going in there and it smelled like something was burning. And
yeah,
I thought it was the people that were in there cooking breakfast. I thought they had burnt the biscuits or something like that, but I found out who it was. Did you know who it was?
I didn't find out who was it.
It was the Blackbeard fire starter. We're actually showing people how they worked, and they were lighting it inside there.
What?
Yeah, yeah. So Blackbeard fire starters had a booth there, and they were actually showing people how they lit how easy it was to light, how it would stay lit, dump it in water, whatever, and it'd still stay lit. Yeah, they were lighting that in there, and so
Okay.
that's what made it smell like burnt biscuits all morning.
Okay.
So yeah, I know. Wow,
That's
exactly.
a good question, Michael. I appreciate you asking because I didn't know. I
Yeah, I
hadn't
thought it
heard.
was the people cooking food. When I went over there to buy food, it looked like they had 12-year-olds in there cooking the food. So I wasn't surprised if it was them. But
I
some
thought maybe
people that
their
were
exhaust.
over, I think it was one of the guys from Badak was near their booth, and he said, "Man, they've been lighting that Blackbeard fire starter over there the whole morning." So that's what it was.
Wow.
Yeah, several people was wondering what that was. So anyway, I think everybody smelled that and wondered what in the world was
Yeah.
going on. But
Blame it
yeah, I
on
like the
the.
10 a.m. start time.
Yeah.
I like the 10 a.m. start time.
Yeah.
Now, were you able to walk around on Friday and take some pictures or do anything? Did you notice anything that stood out to you while you were there?
Yeah. I mean, we got there a little early. We were there by. I smell Joey's coffee, so
I make great coffee, by the way. I make.
Yeah. I mean, what so you're talking about before 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
or just in general?
Before, yeah, I saw a few people that were milling around. I got to see, Badak. I got to see Got Your Six Coffee. He was showing me a few things about how he had just what he had come up with. I got to see um, Michael and Lee were there with Overland Radio, getting all their stuff ready,
Yeah,
and Jason with Ozark Overland Outfitters was there with Quick Pitch. That
yeah,
was all quite, pretty much the guys from Outback RV of Texas,
yeah,
which I
yeah.
deal with and
I got to
got my
meet
trailer
Craig.
from.
Super
They
cool
had
guy.
some
Yeah,
super awesome trailers there, and I got to go around and check those out. So that was pretty cool. Tim said exploring the outdoors was there. Got to see the trailer from Zero Breeze. I don't know if you went around and felt inside that Zero Breeze trailer,
I
but it
did.
was
Tim opened
freezing
the door,
cold.
and I was like, "Dude, you could hang meat in there."
I loved how they had that thing set up. It was
Yeah,
really neat.
yeah,
CB Adventure Supply had a monster booth.
yeah.
Monster booth. It was so cool. Jared was there getting ready to, start doing T-shirts, and he was just swamped from start
Every time I went by, the people were just stacked up at the Shop Overland Apparel booth,
to
and it's kind of like the old days. We hopped in there a couple times and used to help, pulling T-shirts and
yeah.
transfers, and so we're glad to see them doing really well.
I did meet. Michael asked if I met Tyler with Independence Overland. I did get to meet him. He was walking around, and I was introduced to him by somebody. But that was a really cool conversation. Super nice guy, young guy, and really had a good conversation with him. That was
Yeah,
cool.
he's one that I missed. I didn't get to meet him, so it was kind of a bummer. But yeah,
The recovery room was set up really cool like that.
yep,
Backwood Adventure Mods was down on the end. I am super impressed with their front bumper for a Tacoma. You can pick it up, and it's unbelievable how light that thing is.
do you see the reel they did of all the people picking it up?
Hmm.
The little kids
Hmm.
picking it up and
It was
all that stuff.
it was
So
pretty cool. But yeah, I got to see and meet a whole bunch of people. Now, I was going to ask what, and for the listeners out there that are tuning in live right now, what was your favorite booth? What was your favorite booth, Tony?
my favorite booth was outside. It was
I
the
know which one it was.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I bet it will start
Kind
with
of
a
near,
nut and ended with a
yeah,
house.
yeah, exactly right.
Nut House. Oh my gosh, Nut House. Chris says shop Overland Apparel. Chris actually worked in there with them. I saw him working himself to death, and Chris actually got a lot of clothes while he was there. Some special edition,
Yeah,
one of a kind clothes while
yeah,
he was there, which was cool.
yeah.
Nut House. I have to agree with you that the man, their stuff is outrageous.
The tray and
Outrageous.
canopy, dude, that they've got for the Gladiator is just, I mean, the fit and finish that they put into their product is just, I don't know, unlike anything I've seen. I was blown away by how much thought and planning they put into their design, and um, I mean, I just loved it.
It was cool on Saturday to actually go up and talk to. I don't know if he was one of the owners, builders, reps, or whatever for them,
Yeah,
but we actually got to spend some time with him.
I've seen that guy in some of their videos. I'm pretty sure he was the owner.
Okay, that was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes it that much more cool.
I'm about
Um,
51% sure.
yeah.
Pre-
Well,
yeah, pretty sure.
just being able to see, and I actually went up to you and I said, "Dude, have you seen the tray and canopy for the Gladiator they've got out there?" It blew me away. I looked at that thing so close. I opened every door, pulled out every drawer because you can tell how good something's made if you play around with it.
Yeah,
And it was just it blew me away how
Yeah.
cool it was.
All the work they put into getting the gas filler right to where you get the right amount of fall, and you know, to make all of the electronics work without, you know, getting error messages and stuff.
Yeah.
And that Jeep is highly built. It's got a Hemi swap up front. I never even walked around the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at that at all.
No, because we were too busy wondering about the tail end of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that except on that that one Gladiator that you and I watch all the time. I can't remember what his name on Instagram. That's so cool. That has the tray and canopy on there.
The Story Till Now,
No.
a different
Mm.
Gladiator. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Odin's
some
Odin.
Odin. Yeah, Odin. Yeah.
Yeah, the old.
Chad says CBI because I got all the stuff for my new truck.
Yeah,
CBI was in the center hall. They
yeah.
had a
Chad's got
lot
a
of
new
stuff in there.
Tacoma that he's building out, so he got.
Revere Overland was in there with them. Doug Morgan says Okie Overland and CB. Okie, can't say enough good things about Okie. They're just nice, down to earth. Tate and Kyle, can't beat them.
Yeah,
And we love making fun of Tate and Kyle's wife. So
yeah,
it's fun.
yeah. If y'all go by there, ask them to tell you about the triantulas.
The triantulas, which
Yeah,
is 3 antulas,
3
just so you
antulas.
know that.
Yeah.
CB Adventure Supply, that new Dodge 1-ton that they've built out with the tray and canopy blows my mind.
Yeah.
Totally blows
I
my
mean,
mind.
to
It
me,
is a
tray and canopy is like
it's
but
it's
if I were to build another truck, it'd probably be one of the full size Dodges.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's just a whole new level of cool.
Yeah.
Whole new level of cool. Sarge B999, was Artemis not there? Did not see them. They were not there. They were
Yeah.
not there this year.
They were not.
Tim says, spoke with Shop Overland Apparel. He asked why I haven't come to them yet. So emails sent. Great people. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you. I don't know what you're waiting for, Tim.
Yeah.
Jared will fix you up.
He will. He will. Storyteller section was huge. I have to agree. It was, how many was he supposed to have?
49.
49?
40,
Okay.
48 or 49, yeah.
49 were there. There was a couple that weren't there because mine and your vehicles both ended up inside.
And then Chris Carroll didn't go.
He went
camping instead.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Such good people out there.
Yeah.
Such good people out there. And most everybody was hanging around their vehicles, or they had a time when they were going to be there where you could go by and visit with them about different things. Some of them had their swag out there for sale, but just looking at all the different vehicles, and there was one of every kind you could think of. Being in Brandy's big box truck that they built all the way down to the Subaru from No Barrier. It was one of everything, and it was really cool. Do they make the tray and canopy for the Tacoma? Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah,
look at it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about Nut House for sure. I'm guessing they probably do since it's a pretty popular platform, but I really kind of only pay attention to the Gladiator stuff.
Yeah. Michael says Born Outdoor, the mattress and sleeping bag company. I don't guess I saw them.
Dang, I saw their rigs, but I never got a chance to go by and see what they had going on.
I'll have to look them up. Born Outdoor Mattress and Sleeping Bag Company. Eli says, I was most impressed by the Super Overland Taruka booth, purely because of the fact that you could tell they used the crap out of those rigs and didn't have them buffed out and prettied up. Their products are solid too. Super nice dudes. I have to agree. The Taruka stuff, top of the line.
Yeah.
Top of the line. Cool. And I see them all the time posting pictures of their stuff, and they're actually out using it. So totally agree with that. Skinner's, the one with the RC rock crawlers, the kids seem to love that one. That was cool. I thought that was really neat that they actually had that that little course set up where the kids could come by and play. And you
Yeah.
could tell you could tell they were really nice RC cars because the guy was there making sure they didn't fall off.
Yeah.
So when they went around the corner, he was kind of nudging them to make sure they didn't fall off and hit the floor and break into 1,000 pieces. So
Right.
that was pretty neat. Eli says, don't just ask about the Swiffer, the tarantulas, but ask about the Swiffer.
Yeah.
So drool on the CB Ram. Totally agree. Totally
Yeah.
agree. Tim says he's thinking about trying to do Storyteller next year. I would highly recommend it. I think you would. I think you would really enjoy it. In fact, I think maybe next year that is all I'm going to do is just be able to be out there and stand by my rig and visit with people. It's too much trying to go back and forth with everything. So may try to dumb it down next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
Skinner says the Mini Cooper was cool. Never seen anything like it. They had it right there in the front door. Mini Cooper with a rooftop tent.
Yep.
Never seen anything like it.
Yeah. That thing came in, and I'd had to record it. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What is going on right now?"
Yeah. Well, Will, what you got? Will, what you got? And they
That's
do.
right.
They do. Let's see here. Chad says, does anybody know who the young couple with the white Tacoma with the turtleback trailer? That was. You remember you thought that was the people that you said hey to when they pulled in, and it wasn't the people?
Something like life.
Overland the USA or Explore the USA or
They had a Tacoma. I thought it was a full size truck.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else.
I
He
don't.
says it's in the Storytellers.
I don't remember.
Tate Davis says, how exiting? Yes.
Oh.
Yo. Yo, how exiting? There's a little
There's a little backstory behind that.
little backstory behind that, but I won't bring that up. I won't bring that up. Jonathan Greenway, I bring over my Gladiator for y'all to build. After all, I'm at Kicker every day dropping off y'all's UPS packages. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of people who would love to build out a Gladiator with somebody else's money. So we'll be glad to do it. Just park it in Tony's driveway and he'll be glad to do it.
Yeah.
Wade says Pruitt's knives was a highlight. Seeing Michael actually forging and grinding was awesome. Wow, I missed that too.
I missed that one too. Doggone it. Lauren and Ron. Yeah.
Who's that?
I think that's the couple.
That he's asking about, the white Tacoma with the. Okay.
Yeah.
Live to Rome is what Tate says. Live to Rome.
Yeah. For this land, that's what I was thinking about.
For this land, that's what I was trying to think of.
There you go.
The young couple we are looking for is Live to Rome. Yep, that's it. The white Tacoma and the turtleback. Okay, that answers that question.
Gotcha.
Man, if I was to pick what my favorite was, that would be so hard. The group that was right in front of us had a wrap place where they wrap vehicles and different things. You remember they had the
Wiki?
No, they had the Jeep there that was patina that was driving you insane because it looked like it was
the rust.
The whole time that they were there, he peeled off the wrap and he wrapped it again. And he would peel off the wrap and he wrapped it again. I've never got to see that done. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like that. So I really enjoyed that. Nut House blew my mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind about how top-notch quality their stuff was. But I'm going to say CB Adventure Supply, they brought the house. I mean, they brought everything. They brought their turtleback trailer. They brought their Tacoma. They brought the new 1-ton. Their vehicles are outrageous. Out-freaking-rageous.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's definitely more than. Let's see. He was excited.
Anvil's Adventure says my wife is excited about all the Subarus. Me too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Joey's getting ready to get a Subaru.
That back at okay, what was the one in the back from Kansas City that builds all the cars? that built Chris's
Uh, Adventure Motors.
Adventure Motors.
Yeah.
Adventure Motors had a
Oh, dude, that
Subaru
one. Okay.
Forester.
Yeah, I know what
Had a
you're. Yeah.
Subaru Forester back there with a lift, had a winch bumper, winch on the front, big blacked out wheels. Oh, I drooled over that thing. It was so freaking cool. And I even took Gia back there and I said, "This is the car I want. This is the car I want." And then we go outside and we see the one out there. It is a it wasn't a Forester. It was the smaller one, like No Barrier has. Um, but it had a swing out. It had a swing out tie carrier on the back. Ah,
Yeah, from Dirt. What was the name of that swing out? From Dirt something.
there's something. I don't know.
Maybe somebody will help me out here.
Aaron
Crosstrek.
said I love Crosstrek. Yeah. Aaron said I
Yeah.
loved Adventure Motors. Same. Same.
Oh yeah. Hey, did you hear? Aaron bought a stage 2 lift kit and a bumper. She's getting ready to do a big old uh, makeover on her truck.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Eli says Tate in the house, Overland Spices sponsored the most obviously used and abused contest in the camping area. Be watching for the video on Whatever with Wheels tube channel for the results. Should be out this week. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Used and abused. Jeff said that thing was sick. The Mini Cooper. Yep. Crosstrek, Outback, Dirt Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know if it was lifestyle. I think it was something else. Dirt, something or other.
Now I've got my More Momentum magazine. Hopefully you got one of those while you were there.
Oh, I did.
Actually, if you look on, it's like the third page where it says More Momentum. This is the page right here, right in the inside cover. It's
Yeah.
got my FJ from 3 years ago. This is an old picture when it was first in the rental rack booth when I had my old
Dude.
camper. So Chris, if you're out there, you need new pictures, man. You need new pictures. That's an old picture.
Yeah.
So anyway, that talks about how they did a long time ago. But inside, it has all kinds of good stuff. I wish I had had this when we first started because I wouldn't have had to ask people where our booth was. I could have looked. But it has a list of all the exhibitors, and I was looking down through here, and there were several ones that really caught my eye. Okay, here's one. I don't know if you went by there. It was right by the bathroom in the East Hall. Aspen Valley Farms had the freeze dried food.
Yes. I did
Did
go by
you
there.
get any of the freeze dried food?
No, I didn't. We were walking by there that one time, and there was one cup that she had left out, and it looked like there was a few people up there. It looked like it was getting ready to be snagged. So,
Well, so Gia picked up some freeze dried cheese. That was the weirdest stuff. It had the consistency of dirt. It like exploded in your mouth. So it was like cheese flavored dirt. It was
that
really
sounds awful.
Yeah, it took a minute. I don't know. It was weird. Then she had some freeze dried mangoes. They were good,
Yeah.
very good. And then somebody got some freeze dried marshmallows, and those were cool. I dug those. Those were so
Yeah.
cool. No Barrier said they got some freeze dried brownies. I heard some. Matt McClellan also said he got some freeze dried brownies that he said were the bomb. They were so good.
Yeah.
They had really high end backpacking food. Everything was freeze dried. You had water to it, whatever. But they had some of everything. They even had some freeze dried guacamole, and I got some. So
Freeze dried guacamole.
weird. It's weird.
Was it brown?
No, it's green. It's green.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
I'm pretty picky about my guacamole.
Yeah. That was cool. Bad Act Adventure Co. Love those guys. Jeff, such a nice guy. I actually had to loan him some tools. The trailer that they had in the show was a trailer that they had built specifically for somebody, and the guy had went over to Action Tracks because Action Tracks had some one of a kind, like swirly, they said they did something when they put them in the mold, and they turned out like a milkshake looking
Yeah,
color. They showed them to us. They were really cool.
kind of
We bought
psychedelic
some
or
of them,
something.
then they had to mount them on the trailer, so I had to loan them some tools. That was cool.
Yeah.
Big Brutus was there. The two funny guys that work at Big Brutus that everybody loves. And by the way, we'll go ahead and mention this while we're here. It says it on the back cover. Big Iron Overland Rally, September 29th and 30th of this year. Tickets in camping are officially on sale now. So if you have this book, there's a QR code right there on the back. You can go ahead and get your tickets for camping, 20% off right now for that. So put that on your calendar.
And
Um,
that ends at the end of this month.
ends at the end of this month.
Yep.
And that will fill up. The camping will fill up for that. So make sure and get that. Jeff said we got the freeze dried Skittles. Uh,
Freeze
and
dried
Skinner said that
Skittles.
the cheese tasted like cheese flavored styrofoam.
I bet.
That's a
I bet.
great description. That's
I
a great
bet.
description. Doug says bad act. Yes. Jeff wondered where Red Arc was. I didn't see Red Arc there.
I didn't either.
They had a huge booth in the center last year, kind of where CBI was. I mean, they may have shared something with CBI.
You know who else I didn't see there?
Yeah.
Blue Line Overland. Mason.
Mason is in Utah, wheeling right now
Yeah.
with some of his Blue Line buddies. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know why they scheduled that for this week, but it just works out with schedule sometimes.
Did you hear?
But even though they weren't there, I believe that we had some children, like they always do,
Yeah.
went around and raised money for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. My daughter and her boyfriend and old Newt's two kids, as usual, they went around all weekend and they managed to raise $760.
Wow, $760. And let
Shop
me
with.
tell you, they are high pressure salesmen.
Oh yeah.
High pressure salesmen. If you don't give them anything or donate something or give them money, they're like a giant mosquito that will not go away that keeps buzzing around your face. It's
Listen,
unreal.
old Newt's, and that's all I know him by. I can't remember his regular name, but I just remember him as Old Newt. His daughter, she kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could kick me in my shin if I didn't buy something.
Last year we had the little boy that he would go into the CBI, and CBI was giving away stuff, and he would go in there and they would give him something, then he'd go around and sell it, and he'd put the money in his pocket. And I was like, dude, they just gave you that. I know where that came from. Novera said Jeff is great. Talking about Jeff with bad act, he let us borrow his wall charger for our jackery. Good dude. Tim said either of y'all going to Overland Expo West. I'm planning my route now. I'm not able to. It comes at a horrible time for me in May. I'm not able to get away. I don't know if you're going or not. I know your wife's going.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be with you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we're doing that other thing, but my wife is going with Lady Overlander Radio. Her and Missy are going to be out there in the KC Lights booth doing a ladies roundtable kind of deal. So if y'all are out there, go by and say hi. They'd love to hear from you.
Anvils wants to know if IceCo was there. He didn't see him. I don't think so.
I didn't see
I've
anything.
never
Go there.
seen them at a booth. I don't know if they just strictly do with vendors or not, but I didn't even see any of their stuff with a vendor.
IceCo, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up with that? What to
Come
get
on.
on them? Shout out to Chris's mom and daughter for the homemade cookies.
Dude, they were so good.
Vendors, storytellers. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yes.
I was actually wandering around and missed them. Came back and there were cookies sitting on our table. I asked where they came from. They said Chris's mom. That was pretty fun.
They were yummy.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all should go to Pacific Northwest Expo. That's a long ways away, dude.
Look for Lady Overlander Radio there as well. Misty and Arla, I think, are going to Pacific Northwest. So make sure y'all go by and say hi.
Yeah, Chad wants to know about, he'll talk to them about running a booth. Cookies were amazing. Yes, they were. I agree. Another one of the vendors that really I never got to see in person before. I really enjoyed looking at their stuff was Blue Ridge Overland Gear. I had seen them. They're way out east. on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I think they're out in like Virginia or somewhere like that, West Virginia maybe. But they make like organizing bags and different things like that. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Bourbon and Backwoods. Let's see what else.
Bourbon and Backwoods.
Yeah, Come Up Winch. Saw a little bit of their stuff. Let's see what else. Dow Dynamics had a pretty big trailer there. Dog Training Elite was there. Four Wheel Campers, Freedom Outfitters, Hiker Trailer, Geyser. How could I forget Geyser?
Yeah.
So
I see a geyser in my future.
one of the highlights of my time there was actually Thursday afternoon or Friday morning when we were about 8 o'clock when we went in, and I went over to the Go Explore booth, and I look, and Geyser Systems is right beside us, and I go over and I was like, oh my gosh, I love your product. They've got the shower system or washing system that uses the sponge, so you kind of save on water. All you need is a power source. Everything fits in there. And I said, I love your system. I've been using it for a while now, and and Gia actually showed the guy a video of me taking a shower at Big Bend, Texas. It was not flattering whatsoever, but he laughed.
Yeah.
He thought it was funny. And he turns around, he says, yes, I invented this. I'm the owner, CEO. And I'm like, no freaking way. So I got to meet the guy that was there who owns the company, CEO, all this other stuff. And he was telling me about his vision when he started it, how he came up with it, how they've struggled to get the word out there, and now how that's really taken off and they're doing really well. And that was pretty cool.
Dude,
I gotta
I
admit.
bet he's seen I bet he's seen a lot of videos of people taking showers.
Yeah, and actually on their Instagram or on their website, there's a video of him taking a shower with one.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Jeff said we bought a new CFX 35. We may have gotten something else, but didn't really see much in the way of fridges except Dometic. And that's true. I really didn't see a whole lot. I saw a few Snowmasters there, but didn't really see a whole lot. Devos lighting got us all set up. Devos is isn't that light on the pole?
Yep. Dude, they had stuff flying off the shelf. I heard they ran out the first day and they overnighted some, and somebody had to leave and go pick up product for Saturday or something. Like their stuff was flying off the shelf. Every time I turned around, I saw somebody walking with a Devos box.
That's cool.
But
That's cool. They said Devo sold out the first day. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. And he said they sold out both days. That's cool, man. When you come up with a product like that everybody wants, you're doing something right. You're
yeah,
doing something right. The Got Your Six coffee, he blew my mind. He blew my mind one day. So I was walking by. Can't remember his name. His name escapes me. But anyway, he said we got this new product. He showed it to me, and it was pre-workout coffee. Pre-workout coffee. And he told me how you make it. You actually brew the coffee, and you set it in the fridge. You brew a whole pot. You set it in the fridge overnight, and then you actually take it out and mix it with workout powder, like protein powder. And you take it before your workout, and you can have coffee flavored protein powder workout drink. Blew my mind. I'd like to try some.
yeah.
I'd like to try some, see how it works. But yeah, I thought that was, and it smelled really good. It was like some kind of I don't know, flavored something. Go Treads, as always. Anna, isn't that right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One of the
Anna,
nicest people you'll ever meet.
yeah.
She was
Her dad,
actually
Arnie. Her dad's
making
Arnie.
them to order. So that was pretty cool. Skinner said we stole a Sunseeker. What's a Sunseeker?
Sunseeker's a Rhino Rack awning.
Okay. The Rhino Rack had huge sales
Oh yeah.
going on. It said that Global Expedition Vehicles was there. I didn't see one.
I didn't see him.
Front Runner was there. Let's see, Ironman 4x4 was there. Cocopelli was right across from where my vehicle was with the blow up kayaks and blow up stuff.
Yep.
They were pretty neat. They're pretty neat. Um, let's see. Well, I want to make sure I didn't leave anybody out that really stuck out to me. Method Race Wheels. Midland, of course. Midland was there. A lot of people went by and said, "Hey, my radio quit," and they said, "Hey, send us an email. We're going to send you a new one." So they've always been good.
Yeah, and Iron Man was there. I didn't get a chance to go by and talk to them, but I should have had them come over and take a look at my Iron Man tank that I just mounted
Yeah, I bet
with
they would have.
double-sided tape.
I bet they would. I bet they would have been impressed with your mountain job.
Yeah.
I just got a new Iron Man tent. I'm pretty pleased with it.
Yeah.
Oh, and he said he got the new Iron Man 4x4 folding camp toilet. I just got one of those too,
Me
and
too.
I love it.
Me
And
too.
Tony got one too.
We got
Love
one of
it.
those, and we got the Adventure Scottle. That's all I got all weekend. Oh, and a rum slushy, a pina colada / mango, because they were out of pina colada rum slushy.
I got
That
a
was
strawberry
really good.
rum slushy that
Oh,
was.
it's so good.
I got a headache because I inhaled it. It was so good. Life with Outdoors. Let's see. Milestar tires. They actually ended up giving away a set of Milestar tires one night, which that's pretty cool. New
Yeah.
Holland Overland was there. They actually sell one of our former sponsors, which was the original Fire Reflector. That's one of their Nut House off grid trailers. Okie Overland. I bought so much stuff at Okie Overland. It was outrageous.
Yeah.
I came home with a what did I get? Uh,
So you got the stove, you got the
yeah,
new JetBoil Genesis.
JetBoil Genesis system. I got the side burner that hooks to it, and then I got the micro mo that goes to that. I'm so pumped about that. I've always wanted one of those. Never got one. I got a new one of the mats to wipe off my feet that
Yeah.
looks like regular grass. That I
Yeah.
don't. Gosh, they said you may have to mow it. I hope not. But I'm real excited about that because I hate getting dirt in my camper.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah, that's the worst.
let's see. He said he got an Iron Man. Chris got an Iron Man chair and dog bed. Uh, Rick said, Rick England. Hey, Rick, we're going to
Yeah,
see you this weekend.
that's right.
Natural State Bonfire is this weekend. We're going to be there. And we're actually, Rick, I sent Randy a message. We are actually bringing some stuff to give away from Professor Bats and Friends at the bonfire. So we're going to
Yes.
donate some stuff to you.
Yep.
Um, Eli says, Way Out Box guys were awesome on a long trip from Canada, and they just came from Baja. Super nice dudes, and also use and abuse them. I don't. Oh, the Way Out box. Those were the big boxes that were on the back of the big trucks out there. Remember, I showed you they were out there on the way to the car. They were like straight square boxes, white boxes on the back of the 3/4 ton trucks. They were neat.
I've got a blank right now.
Yeah. No worries. Not going to be able to make bonfire. My uncle passed away. Jeff, praying for you, praying for your
Oh,
family, man.
sorry to hear that, man.
Let's see. Opus was there. Oscar Mike Overland. We got to see those guys. We're actually having them on the show next week. So join in next week. We're going to talk to them. They said they got some really good input, some donations. They take veterans on overlanding trips, do something really cool.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Outback RV of Texas, love Craig and those guys. They have some of the best high quality trailers I've ever seen. If you want to see, go one place and see a bunch of different kinds of small overlanding trailers, go to Outback RV of Texas, just in Denton,
Yeah.
and you can see a whole bunch of different kinds. They got the Opus, they got the Conquerors, they've got all the Taxa stuff. Got the new one that Kara just took home that they also have at Overland Addict. What is the name of that? I can't remember the name of that. They build them in Missouri now. Um, can't remember the name of it. They also have some high altitudes. I think he sold 4 high altitude trailers at the show, so people are loving those.
Yeah, he sold one within like the first 30 minutes of opening
Yep.
morning.
On Friday,
Yeah.
on Saturday morning, he did. Bonfire
Yeah.
might be wet, so watch the water crossings and tread lightly at the venue. Definitely. It's on
Yeah.
private property, so we're going to have to definitely watch her.
What was it? It was $15 a night to camp, cash only. So make sure you got cash, folks.
Make sure you got cash.
Yep.
Quick Pitch was there.
Yep.
Hein, always super nice guy. Can't understand a word he says, but love Hein. He's a super nice guy.
He ain't from around these parts, is he?
No,
Yeah.
he's from the southern part of Africa.
Yeah.
But he was there with Jason Harris. Revere Overland was there. He's actually opening up a store. So
Is he really?
It says Revere Overland is your one-stop shop for all your top overland camping and off-road needs. We'll be offering rooftop tents, awning, storage solutions, camping accessories, vehicle armor, suspension, and much, much more.
Awesome.
Yeah. Rick says cash is king.
Yes.
Eli says the Escapade trailers were pretty amazing. Build quality wise, super well thought out.
Escapade. Yeah.
Escape pod.
Escape pod.
Is that the one that the whole rear end opened up and folded over into the ground and all that stuff?
I got nothing. I don't know.
I think that's what it was.
I know the trailer you're talking about, but I don't remember.
Really spaceshipy.
Yeah.
Looked like the schnoz on the Challenger. That's what it looked like. Fuselage.
Yeah.
Of course, Rhino Rack was there, offering all kinds of stuff. That's the booth that I was in.
With Overland Essentials.
Both of us were in there. Rough Country. Let's see. Rustic Mountain Overland. There was so many vendors. It was crazy. Sea Sucker. I don't know anything about Sea Sucker, but they had the craziest looking vehicles because they had all these different things suction cupped to their vehicle. And apparently you can suction cup anything. And that's great because if you've got a Jeep that's made out of aluminum, you can't use magnets. So you have to suction cup everything. So
yeah, their suction cups are next level.
Yeah.
They got really good suction cups. I don't know about the kitchen thing they got. I don't know about that, but they've got a lot of cool stuff. Anyway,
Skinny Guy Campers were there. Our good friends with Cotty Wample were showing off their Skinny Guy Camper. I actually got to go up in theirs, which it's neat. It's like an all-in-one type thing. Everything you need is up in there, and it folds up real small. Super cool.
Yeah,
it's neat. S'more was there. Space trailers, sport keg. You got a new sport keg.
Yeah, got a sport keg. Actually, my wife has one from Lady Overlander Radio. Got to figure out how to use that thing.
Yeah, you think that'll hold red beer?
I reckon it'll hold about whatever we want to put in it.
I didn't get to. I've never been to one of the training sessions.
Yeah,
at MOORE. Never been to one. I never had time to go to one.
I've never had the opportunity to do this More to More rally either.
Never had the opportunity to do that either. If you're out there, if you're listening and you were able to do that, tell us how it went. Because Switchback Outdoor Safety, Aaron is a top-notch guy. Knows what he's doing. Ran all the. My dog is coming in here. Ran all the trainings and stuff, and so I know it went well. But I know they did some on camp cooking and safety, recovery, Gaia off-road, all that other stuff. So I know that went pretty well.
Yeah. AL off-road.
Mm-hmm.
They were there. Looks like Chris.
TC Teardrops. Let's see. Toyota Threads. I wish I had gotten by there because I wanted to see what they had. WeBoost. I know you got to go talk to the WeBoost people.
Yep. I went and got to talk to them for a little bit. It's a good time. Good to meet them.
Extrusion Overland. They do a pretty cool rack system. X Venture Trailers. I think
Did you see
Jeremiah
the
was there.
Did you see the Rivian that they had in the
Yeah,
extrusion overland? That
yeah,
dude is kind of cool.
yeah. Zero Breeze and more. Now there were Outback RV of Texas also had a Zero Breeze that was mounted to one of the trailers that was blowing in.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I sure am glad I got one of those things. That's just going to totally change my thought process on going out when it's hot.
Gosh, you're killing me.
Well, here's the deal. We do a lot of floating in June.
Yeah,
Um, so a lot of times in June in Arkansas, it's really hot at night.
yeah,
And so if you want to go and camp and float, then why not be comfortable?
yeah. I'm gonna have to get one. It's just a matter of
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. You're going to get one.
Shop Overland Apparel's in the house.
Shop Overland Apparel. Is he really?
He
Is
is.
Jared in the house?
Jared. Jared, tell us how you did, man. Did you enjoy it? Was it you were slinging apparel?
Yeah, Jared never stopped. He was a beast getting all that stuff turned out. He said that they did awesome.
Good.
Uh, yeah.
Love that.
Any K5s at Moore? I don't know what a K5 is. What's a K5? I have no idea.
K5 is a blazer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Rick. I didn't notice any K5s. You got to get that thing finished and have it out next time.
Jared said slinging so much merch, one of our presses broke.
Oh
Oh my goodness.
no.
I got home and my vehicle broke. So I'm taking it in the morning to put in the shop and trying to get it back before the thing this weekend. So yeah. Tim is really pushing this on you, Tony. He knows a
Yeah,
guy at
dude,
Zero
I'm
Breeze.
telling you, we're gonna, we skirted through the summer last year without one, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to get by without one this year. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a discussion that needs to be had.
Yeah. Probably so. Probably so.
Yeah,
Oh man. Well, we're kind of at our time. I just wanted to throw it out there, and I appreciate everybody get on here about and talking about your experience at Moore. There's so much we could have covered, but we just don't have time. I mean, we probably need its own show for the classes and for the S'more to More rally and different things like that. But it was just such a good time um, for us, just like it is every year. Because I posted on my Instagram that I love seeing all the new stuff. I love seeing all the vendors getting out there and just walking around and checking everything out. But the people that you only get to see a couple times a year,
yeah,
that's what makes it so great. And it was just so good to see everybody. And and I appreciate everybody that came by and said hi. I had several people that came by and said, "Hey, man, love your podcast and keep going, doing what you're doing, all this other stuff." And that was very encouraging, and I appreciate that.
yeah,
Uh,
I do too. Yeah,
but hey, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful week. It's only Tuesday, or is it Monday? What day is it?
it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Okay.
We got to tell them about what's happening next weekend.
Next week, this coming weekend is the bonfire, but after that, the first weekend in May, we're actually having our listener camp out. First annual listener camp
First
out
annual
on Cinco de Mayo weekend.
listener campout.
It's going to
Yes.
be at Woolham on the
Yep.
Buffalo National River. It's
Yep.
open to anybody. It's free. We're going to have a giant space. We would love for you to come out there. We may do some floating. We're going to do some cooking. We're going to do some relaxing and just hanging out. And would
Telling
love for you to be
stories. Telling
stories.
stories about a campfire. I can't wait.
Mm-mm-mm. A lot of lies going to be told. A lot of lies, I'm sure.
It was this.
But
big.
hey, if you want to come to that, just let us know. Shoot us a DM. Catch us in our DMs or whatever the Utes say, and all that good stuff. But anyway, Tony, good to have
Yeah.
you, man.
You
Always
too,
good
sir.
to have you on here. But everybody else, man, appreciate you being on here. MOORE Expo, you knocked it out of the park. We loved it. I hope
Good job,
everybody has a
Chris.
wonderful week. Till
Yep.
next week, I hope you have a wonderful week. Use your time wisely. You only have so much time left. Look out for number 1. Don't step at number 2. We'll see you. Join us next week.
Same bad time, same bad channel. Boom.